You go through Richmond, which there's Old Richmond and Richmond. Richmond has this one shopping center with a couple of unique features. This is on Clark Street. And the first of these unique features is this Russian grocery that Jessie found that she really
Oh,
liked.
I loved it there. It was called Net Cost Market.
Yeah.
I highly recommend it to anyone that finds themselves out in Richmond, or I thought it was in Bay Terrace.
It's right on the border.
Right on the border?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, it was great. I didn't realize it was a Russian store until I got in. Well, actually, until I got out and saw that it was called Net Cost Market, but it also said that in Russian.
Yeah.
So, yeah, had a great, really interesting hot bar that I didn't want to touch right now because of COVID, but I'd say if you go back whenever that situation's fixed, check that out. Also, tons of smoked fishes and little like pierogies and blintzes and that type of thing, like in separate coolers where you could like pick them out and different types of crepes. And yeah, just like it was the size of a regular grocery store, but everything was special, like Russian specialty store.
Yeah.
And it was cheap.
Yeah. You mentioned cheese salad.
Oh yeah, there was something called cheese salad in the hot bar, but in the cold section. And it said it was made from shredded cheeses, carrots, mayonnaise, and I don't remember what else was in it. I don't really like mayo, but I was interested. I probably would have tried it if it wasn't for the COVID.
Right. Yeah, I would like to see it at least. I waited outside.
Yeah, you could have come in. I thought about taking a picture.
That's okay.
But I was hungry, so I was trying to figure out what I wanted. I ended up getting some lox and
Yeah.
wasa crackers.
Yeah.
And a little rectangle. It was like about the size of a tape, like a cassette tape.
Mm-hmm.
And it was some kind of garlicky cheese mash. Like, it was like garlicky brie, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It sounds good. We
It
still
was
have it in the
good.
fridge.
I've been eating it.
Oh, you have?
Oh, yeah. I think it would be really good in a pasta.
Hmm.
But I've just been spreading it on bread and crackers.
Nice idea.
Yeah.
Also in this center, and we didn't actually see this, but I was Googling Staten Island mozzarella. And then while I Googled Staten Island mozzarella, it autofilled Staten Island mozzarella bunny. And of course, I had to click that to find out what that was.
Yeah.
And there is a store called Novelli's in this same shopping center that every Easter puts together this Staten Island Easter bunny made of mozzarella.
Yeah. Mike
And-
sent me the video of it. We should put it in the notes or something, but it looks delicious.
It's, yes. There's this video, it's like 1 minute and 14 seconds, and it shows the process of how to make this bunny. And apparently they make 200 of these a year.
Yeah.
And it's a platter. It's a mold of a bunny, and it has olives and meat and onions all
Yeah.
around it. So
The
I guess-
eyes are made of olives, but
Yes.
then it's also surrounded by olives
Yeah,
and meats.
yeah.
I don't know what the nose might have been a tomato.
Yeah, or
And
a
then there's
carrot or something.
No, there's a carrot on the mouth
Oh,
that I
okay.
think is supposed to be like the bunny's eating a carrot, but it kind of looks like the bunny's smoking a cigar that's made of a carrot.
Yeah.
I don't know what was at the bottom.
I think it was onion or something.
Oh, it was onions?
I think so. I'm not sure.
It looked great.
Yeah.
I thought to myself, wow, we could have done Staten Island at Easter time.
Yeah.
That could have been our lunch.
Yeah. And then we never made it home.
Yeah.
So that was cool. And there was also a diner there that I had lunch one day.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, it
Oh,
was
it's good
fun.
there.
It was there were issues with bees, which we'll get to in a
Oh
second.
my God.
But it was nice. It was, outside they just the service was very swamped. So they would just kind of deal with me in a rush, and then like nothing would happen, and then they brought me my check really early, but then didn't come back for like 15 or 20 minutes. So I had a card out, and then I just swapped it for a $20 bill, and I was like, I'm
And
just
left.
leaving.
Yeah.
But yeah, that center was, everything about it was pretty on point and cool.
Yeah.
And you walk from there to Old Richmond or
Mhm.
Richmond Town,
Mm-hmm.
and we touched upon it briefly last week, both in our walking as well as the idea that we were going to be there again.
And we went back.
We went back. It seems like an area that would be way more interesting if COVID wasn't happening.
Yeah.
As it is, everything's closed down. I would expect that there are probably people that are, into I don't know, it seems like an area where people dress up.
Yeah, it seems like there might be like some old-timey historical reenactors.
Yeah. You can't say for certain.
I love that shit.
Yeah, didn't think to look it up in advance of this. What they did have, they had one thing that was open, and that was Egger's Ice Cream,
Oh, yeah.
which we ended up going to multiple times this week.
Mhm.
And that was very good. The
Just
ice cream is very
old-fashioned
good.
ice cream store.
Yeah.
And then there were these, like, a bunch of old buildings that look like, they probably are old buildings, and then they're, decorated minimally to look like they're historic happenings.
Yeah. There was one building that it was decorated with crocheting for the suffragist movement. So it was the 100th anniversary.
Good job knowing that was crocheting and not knitting.
Hey, sometimes you get it right. So we took a video of that for the 360 video. So you can check that out if you're so inclined. I was kind of happy to have a video of that because I thought, well, it's going to be a 100th anniversary of suffragist movement on this video that maybe will be there for a while too. And while we were eating the ice cream, I said there was bees earlier. There were so many bees. I think they were wasps. And I know that there exist wasp traps. We used to have them at the beach where I grew up. And I don't know. I know there's also sensitivity about bees and not wanting to lower their population.
Yeah, well, we were talking about it. Are bees and wasps the same thing? I don't think so. I
Yeah.
know that we need to save the bees because the bees are dying, and that's not good. But that's like, I think that when we talk about save the bees, we're talking about the bumblebees.
Yeah, I think so too.
But I don't think we're talking about the wasps.
Yeah.
I think the wasps are fine, but I don't know.
Yeah.
They're certainly filling trash cans and chasing ice cream eaters at historic Richmond Town.
Yeah. Yeah, the second day we went there for ice cream, Jesse got something in a cup, and I had a sandwich and a soda, and we moved quite literally 4 times and ended up eating our food in
standing near a fire hydrant.
Because apparently there was a force field around that fire hydrant.
Until there wasn't, and then we gave up and we just left.
And it seems to me if you are a business, you just set up traps. I mean, you probably are less inclined, or at least you Google that. Am I really destroying the environment by getting these wasps out of here?
Yeah.
But it was, especially considering there's no people around, it was amazing that there was still the presence of these wasps. Like, why don't you find another job at that point?
I guess there's enough ice cream business happening. But maybe that's why they're swarming so much too, because maybe it's like we were the only people there. So maybe they're just there waiting until the dum-dums show up and start eating their ice cream. And
Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah.
If it's like that all the time, I'm surprised that anybody would go there at all. It's really...
Yeah, it also seems like those historic places are really like great spots to bring a school class or a camp or, anything with kids. And kids are the worst when they get stung.
Yeah. Yeah.
And sometimes they are allergic, that's actually the worst.
When I was at the diner, it was pretty bad too.
Ugh.
It was tolerable that I didn't have to move, but there was grandparents with their grandkids, and the whole table was freaking out.
Oh my
It was
gosh.
not good.
It's not good. I am not allergic to bees, and so I actually don't really mind if I got stung, it wouldn't bother me too much. But so usually I'm not scared or like that, but they were annoying.
Yeah.
They were really annoying.
Yeah. No, I don't.
And I still don't want to get stung, especially like when we're walking all day and no one wants to get stung. I still get puffy.
I was experiencing anger more than fear.
Yeah,
I
I know
was
you
like,
were.
why? Leave me alone. Stop
Yeah.
landing on my things.
It was unfortunate though because you were experiencing anger at the wasps and telling them to leave you alone. But then what would happen is I would leave you alone.
Yeah.